Hello. I guess this is working. Welcome to the very first Twitch stream. This is going to be awkward, incredibly, but hopefully enjoyable. So I don't know who's watching this in the future. How's things going? Hope the world isn't completely screwed over yet. Other than that, I think we're just going to get into it. Today's, Monday. Well, Tuesday for me, but Monday according to the schedule. So, I'm really just going to make some music, I guess. I've been doing music for about... Oh god, I don't even know. Should I look it up? Yeah, look it up. I started making music... Let's see. Oh boy. This was a long time ago. 3 years. Well, only 3 years. Never mind. So I've been making music semi-intelligently for about 3 years. And I thought, why not take just a regular creative process, making music, and turn it into more content, right? Make more content. That's the way to go, right? you know, maybe hang out, meet new people, just do whatever. So if I switch this over, oops, I was supposed to go here. I have no camera, so I guess we'll just go straight into it. I'm using Ableton Live 10, that's the software of my choice, and to start off I've got a couple of, I guess, licks, a couple little demo bits that I've been working on that I'm going to try turn into a song. I guess I get to choose which one I want to do, so we'll just have a listen. So you get a picture of that. This is just basic loops at the moment. Let me turn you guys up just a bit. Then we've got pretty basic, and a little more bassy, and this is the one that I want to work on today. Now, of course, I imagine the astute among you will have noticed that they're all pretty similar, or at least they've got very similar elements. That's because that's almost the purpose of this, is that I'm trying to, I don't know everyone's music knowledge, but a leitmotif is basically a term that means a little musical jingle, a musical bit that means something, and is representative across a piece of work or multiple pieces of work. And so that's sort of what I'm trying to go for, is that I've got a key song or a core song that's got all these different elements in it. I'm just breaking it up into pieces and trying to make something out of it. So to start off, I'm going to probably ditch the piano sound. Let me just, before I go forward, make sure everything's showing up for you guys. Yeah, looks like it is. Sweet. I'm going to want some sort of instrument now. I'm going to go for this right here. I don't know if this is going to show up for you guys, but this is just a plugin that gives me a bunch of great sounds. That's where we're going to start. Let's see, do you guys see that? No, you don't. Well, it's a giant electronic keyboard. That's what it sounds like. I could probably turn this on. That helps. Let's see, now to start with, I'm trying to think what kind of sound I want. Oh, that's actually not bad, but I guess in that case I'll go for something more bassy. Oh, that's got some rhythm to it. I like that. A little off key though. Christ. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. We do some messing around here. Okay, I don't know if maybe that might be a little loud for you guys. Let me turn that down. Whoops. Just a little bit. That might spare your ears a little bit. What exactly do we need for this? So for the most part, I like to work outside of the instrument anyway, so that's not so bad. Let's drop just a basic EQ. No. Something that'll give us some low end, and then we'll work with that. Because it's very fuzzy at the top. It's actually a bit loud for me, but that's fine. If we cut off the end here. Maybe something like that. Now I want to also sort of accentuate this line with a little something. Let's come in here. So loud on this one. I'll change this instrument. At least for now, I'll pick just a random tone. What does this sound like? Sweet Jesus. Actually, something basic, people. Okay, that'll do for now. And from here, I need to. So I'm thinking just. Nope. That's what I want. This. That's not even what I'm looking for. Let me have a listen. It really is just this then. So if I drop that. Right. Yeah, that's good. Now I can figure out this sound. First I want something a little more hard on the ears. Oh, I actually like that a lot. If I pitch this up a bit. Get rid of that. Pitch up by an octave. Oh, that's very nice. I want to see if there's any reverb that could be put in from it directly. Effects. Already got two. Oh no, I don't have an effect on here. Reverb. Oh, that's actually really nice. And if we, I'm gonna add a. Where are we? So it doesn't get too loud. I'm gonna come here and crank this bad boy up a bit. If we look at this, yeah, this thing needs to get louder. So for that, I'm actually gonna fatten it up a bit. One of my favorite plugins. It's annoying that you can't really see it, but sausage fattener. There it is. Turn that up a bit. I might not even need this last section, you know? Jeez. Let's give that a listen. These last two I don't need. Something like this. There it is. If we slap these together, it's going to be probably messy to start with, but yeah, this sound is way too full on the end. That's something to start with at least. How low can I? start. So now we've got to work on this. So we're going to go do this into a loop, so I can work on the whole thing, and we're going to add some drums. Now for the most part I just use pretty stock drums, and then I just drip them in whatever effect I can come up with at the time, but yeah, something like this might be a good starting point. So if we do this, let's give this a listen. Okay. Yeah, this is actually very workable. If I come and fatten this up again, that's the only problem with drums is how, there it is. Okay, that means I need to limit this thing so it doesn't pop my brains out. Plugins. Now I'm going to add just a basic compressor to it. Now that's the question, do I put it before or after the fat? I think I'll put it before. No. Oh, that's too much. Actually, I kind of like that if I do that and sort of dry up the... Keep in mind, we're going for something a little harder than just your basic noise, so... Yeah, I like it. I like that. How does it look on your end? I'm trying to compare, make sure. For an audio-based thing, I sort of want to make sure it sounds good. Well, what sounds have we even got in our arsenal right now? Jesus. Well, that's actually not bad, that clap. Most stock claps sound pretty cheesy. That's going to be very useful. So I want to do something with this da-da-da-da part when it comes to the drums. So let's just come up with a basic thing. This is usually how I do it, is I'll come up with a basic sound, basic rhythm for the drums, and then I'll come and edit it later in the painter. So let's give this a listen. Yeah, something like that to start off with. For now, we'll just do a basic quantize. Give this a listen. Of course, now the master needs like this. I don't know. Ableton has always had this problem, for me at least, where if you don't put a ceiling on anything, it just clips like crazy. I don't know if anyone that's professional actually knows how to do this better than me, but I'm completely self-taught, so this is sort of the only solution I can come up with. Here to make sure it loops region. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Jeez. So like that, I'm gonna try emulate that with another instrument to make a full bass line maybe. It's a little too harsh for me. Just go through all the sounds. This could be used. Something like that, you know? Add some... Well, that's even good too. Jesus. Something along these lines. Boom. Boom. See, something like this even, where it's a little more bizarre. Because do I have a closed... That's not gonna do it for me. Sorry for everyone with headphones on, but Jesus Christ. If we go something like... Because I don't know if that's too cheesy, but... Because I want to do like... I may... Whoops. That's not what I want to do at all. I need to do something. I might need to introduce another drum kit. I don't usually do that. But I need something with a closed hat to use here. So if I just come, duplicate this, I'll keep that in there, but I just need to swap out this kit for something a little better. It's probably the closest I can think of. Let's give this a listen. First, let's give it a minute's load, but that's what I'm thinking of here. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm here. Hi-hat closed. That's exactly what I want in this sound right here. I don't know why I'm not doing anything here. No, that's why I'm not playing on this instrument. That's also not right. There it is. Too high up. Too low, I should say. Where is that? Hi-hat closed. Something like that. Anyway, I can unmute these. Actually, that's what I'll do is I'll come through. Don't need this audio track. Mute these instruments directly, so it's just the drums. That's it. That's exactly what I needed. So if I do that here as well. Now this is sounding pretty good now. This is exactly what I was looking for. Now I wonder if I can over-engineer the hell out of this sound. There's a pretty good basis for the whole thing, I'd say. So let's turn everything on. Now I know what I want to do here. Another repeat of this guy. Gonna use a different instrument, gonna find something more bass-like. But here I want to just use the lower ones. Where it's just... Okay, let's turn this on first so I can hear it. So it's just... these sounds here. This will be where I start at least. Let's get a listen. So let's make sure this is still muted, but those two are still on. This thing either. Let's get a new sound, shall we? Shall we? Keep that there because I want to use it later, but find another instrument to use. I'm thinking something a little more, maybe a little more soulful, a little more hearty, but still with that industrial edge to it. Or at least I'll add that later. C bass. Are we muted to this guy? Now we are. It's a little too space agey. Let's zoom in on here so we can get a good... See, the low end's pretty full at the moment, so this is kind of difficult to figure out a bass line. No. This is basically the sound I was looking for. Okay, then this can just be added to. I don't want to detune it or anything. Okay, that's too much. Everything here seems pretty good. Let's turn this back on, turn it down. For Christ's sake, I turned it all the way up to be able to hear it, but... Okay, let's unmute it, listen to the whole mix. Okay, from the start. It's actually starting to get there. Say that a million times, I guess, this whole stream, but something's happening. There's some good noise coming up. Now the only thing is going to be figuring out how to then piece the whole thing together. Because I don't like the sound anymore. I'm going to want to turn this into something more leady, something more... This might be very harsh on the ears, so careful. Never mind, it's too low to be... No, that's too done up. See, I sort of just need a basic. Let's try these. See, I want to figure out where this noise is coming from and chop it the hell off. Although I could mix it off, couldn't I? Just sort of cut this out super. That's the problem. Quite like the look of that. Should I say the sound of that? Sorry, responding to a message. Unprofessional. Let's see. Mixed together, it's going to sound bloody atrocious. Yeah, it's detuned in the completely wrong way. Christ, I hate when this happens. This is very usable for sure. But not today, dear friend. If we want some atmospheres. See, this is actually very nice. If we start talking about getting away from the loop and into song territory, that's a bloody good start, I'd say. Something with a... boom, then it starts. Okay, so if I do that, even lower maybe. No, because it still needs to have a tune to it. Because in this, number 6 is what I want to automate right here. Start from the lowest point. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on here? No. Wrong line. Wrong automation. Frequency. That's the one. Start out here. Make our way up. Maybe not all the way to 10, but... even cut it off like here. And then boom, song starts. I'm a fan of that. Okay, so now we're in the... I guess we're technically in the final bloody lengths of the song. Already, it's only been, let's check, 35 minutes? It's not too bad. That's what we're going for. Are these still on? Yes, they are. Right. So how are we going to go to start this out? I don't think I want to go full drums to start out. I'll do a starting version of this here. So we'll simplify this drum loop. Yeah, maybe drop all this over the top stuff. That's good. This could probably be reused for a bridge or something too later. So keep that in mind. So let me start out with a... from there we're going to need to build up. So I don't know which track I want to use to build. Maybe this. But I think this is a pretty essential part to the main melody that'll come in later. Well, I guess a bass line would be good. Yeah, so what note does this start out on, the whole thing? That's on an E. Could I use that to my advantage? Oh, Christ. Maybe not all the way, something. Oops, tab down instead of. Take this, try that again. Start from the top. How does end here? So unmute it, should we? Something like this. Because it ends here. Da-da-dun. Or does it? Because it ends in the drop off, which is these three. Here we go. So it ends here, which means this can be copied over. Jesus Christ. Use a million programs, and the Control, Alt, and Shift buttons will do different things. Really make your life a mess. Let's see what that sounds like. I even repeated it. Oops. Jesus, again with the control. Like this. Let's just start from the middle then. Maybe not so complicated is what I'm thinking. Something like this. It just sort of goes more along these lines. Let's take a listen. Here. And then those two. That sounded pretty good. Drag us back, and we'll start listening to the whole thing as it is. Whoops. Then this needs to repeat. Guess we'll see what this sounds like, shall we? Let me save. Haven't been saving this whole time. Okay, I think that's pretty good. How long has it been? 42 minute stream minus 5 minute opening. 35 minutes or so. I mean, from basic thing to something more complex like this, I think that's pretty good. So you know what I want? I want to put like a sound effect or something in here. And what I'm actually thinking is, within this drum loop, this little ding 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 moment, this little hash right here. Just that section right there. Because that ties the whole piece together a little bit. I'll just repeat it. Once I figure out where to put it. Make it very, very small. It only needs to go yay big. Where are we? There we are. Get rid of this extra one. How's that sounding? Okay, so now to do that, I'm gonna have to make a new layer. Oh boy. Let me talk in Photoshop terms. What's wrong with me? Okay, this. Very simple sound effect. And it's gonna have to turn down massively. Let's give it a listen. That's more like it, but maybe a little louder. What else have we got on this bad boy? No, turn the size. No. Let's give this a listen. Turn up a little bit more. Oops. Okay, that's sounding pretty good. I also want to put some sound effects in there, but that's going to take not too long, but it'll be a little bit of effort that I'll have to put in. The way I do that, I guess you can't see it, is I just have a YouTube downloader, I'll find some sound effects and I'll piece them together. I do also have a big chock full of ones that I'm already using, but ones I've already downloaded, but I won't use any of them because I don't think they'll fit. For some reason, Star Trek's on my mind, so I'm thinking a Star Trek sample would go here, but I don't know if that would fit the greater scope of the album, to be honest. I want to bring this out, and I want this to be. Can I make it louder? How loud is it right now? Okay, it's as loud as it'll go. Which means I'm going to want to mix everything else down. Not by a lot. Just to bring it back out, because I sort of want it to be the main focus of the track. That's better. That's better, I said, in case you can hear that. What happens if I... It's always fun to experiment. What happens if I bring it up even higher? No, I think that's too much. 12 is good enough. Where's this last upswing? No. Where is that? Here. So if I link this up here, that might actually make more sense. But then I've got to separate them. No, I don't. That's exactly right, it's just that one's longer. It's got me confused. Because in this part it's completely off kilter from it, but then this part's actually aligned with it. See, that's good, although if I just do this, because that's sort of a repeat of how many times did this go? Yeah, by a whole quarter. Huh. That's way better. I mean, I could have just copied this over, but it would be a little too quiet now that all the other elements are in the track. Christ, I'm just thinking now, what on earth is there to do after this? Other than expand into a full piece. Which will mean just repeating sections, blah blah blah. So pretty much the major chunk. Because if I've got intro, sort of a bridge section, because that's what I want to do, is I want to repeat the bridge at least once. Didn't want to bring in a full section, maybe half as long as the last. Then here I want to repeat what I did the first part. What is this? Why is this here? Oh, because I duplicated it, that's why. If I come here and do this. Okay, pull away too much off of that. That's what I wanted. We come back to the just the two. See, at this point I'm just painting by numbers, really. That's what it ends up being. We'll see how this sounds. We'll give it a full listen. Save this. That's 2 minutes. That's pretty good for a song. 3.5 minutes. Maybe as much as I'd want to go for, but sorry for interrupting that, but I don't want this at all. It's more of a drop, and a drop does not come back lightly. It needs to come back hard, maybe even harder than before, so I might even add an element here. But what I quite like is that this section here, where there was just no drums but the two sections, I didn't even realize I did that, and I'm quite a fan of what came about it. So I realize I did not duplicate this over. Means I'll separate them like that so that it's a little more obvious. Okay, second listen through. Hold on. I'm about to lose my train of thought, so I have to pause this to think. I need to find a sample to use here. Oh, I'm going to see if I can think of it. Oh, that's what it's from. I need to find out where that is from. No, don't go playing shit. Please, okay. Sorry, this might be boring for a moment, but... What is it a sample from? I don't know what that's a sample from. Anyway, I won't do it because it's already a sample in a song. That's where it came from, but... I sort of need something to fill up here. So samples are pretty good. You usually want to find something that sounds kind of remotely right. I'll go to YouTube right now. I'm not going to show this, but it will show. No, I'll just look up because I don't want you seeing my private information. What's See, now this is good. This is a good way to possibly find it. These are long. These are full episodes. Okay, fuck it. Let's click on this playlist. Right then. What if I can quickly add this in? No, that might be a little too off topic to do that, but I'm just gonna turn this down. See, I don't want music sections, I just want speech, dialogue. Because I can kind of get rid of music, but not the most effective way. Oops, I skipped. Okay, I didn't need to hear that. This isn't bad. Let's get this to listen, shall we?
You better see the blacksmith. If there's anything about Teamsters.
Went in on a horse camp together.
Horse camp?
Yeah, to hunt and break wild horses.
Whereabouts?
That must be about 18 miles, maybe.
Do you know where I can get a team and driver right away?
You're in a powerful hurry, ain't you? You can take her out to that horse camp, Jack.
It is to me.
Well, it was so cut up we didn't even bring it in.
He's dead.
Oh,
While he's...
Sit down over here. Well, you just had to go, did you?
Wish I hadn't.
Yeah. Your husband lit out, did he? Well, you just had to go, did you?
See, I like this. So I'm not talking, I'm sort of stuck in a train of thought here, but get everything back open. Close this. I'm going to download it real quick. Here it is right here. Just got a basic video downloader. I'm going to extract the audio from... It's a bloody long clip. I don't know how long it's going to take to download, but... It's a whole 25-minute song. Not song, what am I saying? Episode of a TV show, but... That one section that I was just looking at, did I close it? I really shouldn't have, because... Christ. Where are we? 6 minutes in? Yeah, around 6 minutes in. Okay. I mean, in the meantime, I could have just been playing the music, but I don't want to lose my brains. So this is what we've got so far. We've got... Basically, we went from a one loop to a whole song, but I don't know. I'm trying to add sample bits. Here it is. Download, extract audio, MP3. Sweet. Because this section... it's a little barren, not got everything it could, so I'm gonna make sure I've got a new space just for it here, so it makes more sense to me. It's actually not that bad, 20 seconds, it'll be done. So now I've got this Zane Grey Theatre's Wayfarers season 4 episode 16, I don't know, some old 50s cowboy show. And I've found a nice little clip in there that I want to use, or that I'm going to try to use. I probably won't be able to use the whole thing, or even most of it. But there's a bit that I think is workable. See, now the reason I go for clips like that, sort of 50s, 60s sort of eras, because the sound quality is, I guess you could say it's rough, so it sort of matches this. But there's something about the aesthetic of it that's, it's pleasing to the ears, it's nice to listen to, and I think it adds a lot to the thing. I've done it a couple times before, usually with, so like big speeches, radio speeches from the 30s, 40s, 50s or whatever. They usually sound pretty good. Anyway. Okay, so it's done. Let's go show and folder. And I'll drag this puppy over here. Maybe next time I will clear out my desktop and everything and make the whole screen visible. That might be a little more enjoyable for everyone. Because you are missing out on about half the process. Now, you can see down in the bottom right, you can see the little thing loading. That's just the clip trying to load in is pretty big. It's not very high quality, it's 128 kilobits, but like I said, I think that adds to the charm isn't the right word, but it adds to the quality of the song. Or lack thereof, I guess. Don't really know what other word to use. Hey, we just hit an hour. Sweet. Wonder if I have a bottle of water that I left in the freezer, and it's still a bloody solid block of ice. So I was hoping it would freeze by now, but it's a 2-litre bottle of water. I think it's 2 litres. 1.5 litres. Oh no, it's starting to liquid. It's starting to become a liquid. I'm getting dripped on. And it fell over. Oh well. Not the end of the world. Okay, it's in. It's okay, it's soloed. Now what was it? No, I've got to be careful because there we go, unwarp that. Ableton is this lovely issue where it loves to warp every sound you ever put into it. Although I guess that's kind of helpful if you're using that sort of pipeline, but I'm not. I'm sure there's a feature to disable it. And I can't be asked. 6 minutes 40-ish. Where are we? Yeah, it's around here. It's literally right around this section. Da-da-da-da-da. Let's find it.
Sit down over here. No, you just...
Yeah, this is literally a clip I'm looking for. Right. Yeah, let's close this then. I don't need that.
No, you just had to go, did you?
Wish I hadn't.
Yeah. Your husband lit out, did he?
He's dead.
Oh,
That's the clip I want. Split. I sort of can't be bothered going through 25 minutes of an old TV show, so that's all I'll take. Because I want to cut this into pieces.
No, you just had to go, did you?
Wish I hadn't.
It's part one.
Well, you just had to go, did you?
Let's do a cut, crossfade out so it doesn't pop.
Well, you just had to go, did you?
Maybe even a little more like that.
Well, you just had to go, did you?
Oops.
Wish I hadn't.
Okay, so she sort of drags this word out.
Wish I had.
It's gonna be a tough one.
Wish I hadn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fade that out too. Okay, I don't know what I did there wrong, but split that. There we go.
Yeah. Your husband lit out, did he?
I don't even know if I want the yeah sound, but I'll take this.
Your husband lit out, did he?
He's dead.
That's sort of the punch, I guess you could say. It's not really a joke, but that's sort of the punchline that I'm going to be using.
Well, you just had to go, did you?
Wish I hadn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not really useful, but this is still useful.
Your husband lit out, did he?
Like this, like this.
Your husband lit out, did he?
And we've got the big one.
He's dead.
I sort of want this to match. Yeah, like this maybe. Now it's a matter of organising the rest of the tracks to be sensible. So it's unsolo it.
Well, you just had to go, did you?
Wish I hadn't.
Your husband lit out, did he?
He's dead.
See, now I need this to go louder because it's bloody quiet.
He's dead.
See, now it's sort of that, so you actually get a chance to hear it. I actually liked how sort of sporadic and all over the place that clipping was, though. I like that.
Well, you just had to go, did you?
Wish I hadn't.
Your husband lit out, did he?
He's dead.
Even that's way too quiet, Jesus.
He's dead.
Even cut this up to be like this, maybe. Let's get this a list, shall we?
Well, you just had to go, did you?
Wish I hadn't.
Your husband lit out, did he?
He's dead.
Now this I can turn all the way up.
He's dead. He's dead.
Keep going.
Dead.
Yeah, let's try that. Save. So I don't lose all my progress.
Well, you just had to go, did you?
Wish I hadn't.
Your husband lit out, did he?
He's dead.
That's what it's missing, is I need to slap this baby with some fat.
Well, you just had to go, did you?
Wish I hadn't.
Your husband lit out, did he?
He's dead.
is a remnant of this instrument, I think. Let's see. What was it I was thinking? Right, I want to try something out with the sample here. See what it sounds like if I drag it in to this section.
He's dead. Dead. He's dead. He's dead.
See, that actually sounds way better if I do it like... Whoops.
He's dead.
Well, you just had to go, did you?
Wish I hadn't.
Your husband lit out, did he?
He's dead. He's dead.
Okay, well, I'm sorry if I keep cutting it off and it's a little bit annoying, but I kind of want to play around with pitch shifting these. The problem is that it's sort of... So let's try this out. Oh boy, of course I did that. Grab it, move it out of the way, solo. I sort of just want to try... I need to drop them at the same rate, so 10 on each. 10 semitones. That makes a pretty massive thing, doesn't it? Oh, we gotta go. 10 is too much, maybe 5. It's not even on 10. Oops. Five.
He's dead. He's dead. Dead.
Maybe I don't even need this extra breathy he.
Dead.
So it's just the word.
He's dead.
Something like that, maybe. Yeah, sure.
He's dead.
Well, you just had to go, did you?
Wish I hadn't.
Your husband lit out, did he?
He's dead.
So that means I want to copy this and reuse it over here. Yes. Yes. Save that and go.
Well, you just had to go, did you?
Wish I hadn't.
Your husband lit out, did he?
He's dead. He's dead.
Alright then, I think... Hold on. Just remembered I got a can out to drink, but didn't want to crack it while the song was going. Don't want to ruin the immersion. Excuse me. So now I want to see what that sounds like.
Dead.
This really hits on the dead.
Dead. Dead. Dead. Dead.
There we go, that's probably what I was thinking of.
Dead.
Okay, that means I sort of want to repeat that here as well. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. Alright then. So it sort of just hits you right before he starts talking. Yes. Here, right? Yeah.
He's dead.
Well, you just had to go, did you?
Hey, how's it going? Winky face. See what the rundown of what I've got so far? Alright then. Excuse me, drinking. So I started with basically this. Just as a little piece to play. And then I sort of, I've just spent the last hour expanding on that. I've got a couple more ideas in a different project file that I want to open up when this is done, or when I'm done with it for today, but I've added some drums and some separate tracks, bass line, and I just recently dropped in this sample bit here, so we'll give this a listen. Forgot to unsolo that.
Well, you just had to go, did you?
Wish I hadn't.
Your husband lit out, did he?
He's dead. Head.
See, now what I want to do here is I want this section to be a lot more build up. So sort of builds up, 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 hits you with this, and then goes
Head.
back to just pretty slow. But I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna manage that. At least at the moment, I'm pretty tired, but that's the basic idea of what I want to add, and then it'll sort of fade out as it does. And that'll sort of be it. So, I mean, it's already 2 minutes long. Maybe I could extend it by a section. At least one. Or at most one. But that's sort of what I've figured out here. At this point I might take a quick break and then come back and try a separate... one of the other 2 or 3, I can't remember how many I had written down. But 41 to here.
Head.
So that's the section I want to sort of play up, add some more noise. Volume decrease, because I'm just thinking the opposite. I want this to get noisy, 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 and then bam, drop straight into... And so to do that, I'm going to add a bunch of crazy instruments. I've got some ridiculous ones. The way I've set up the thing right now is it's not going to let you see the VSTs when I open them, but I'm going to try to fix that up for the next stream. So that when I open up the various bits and pieces, you can actually see what I'm working on rather than just staring at a blank screen. I didn't think ahead of that about that one. But essentially I'm just going to add noise. Lots of noise, very loud. And then... you know, I feel like you get the gist. So let me save that. How long have I been live for? Let's take a look. An hour 22, take away 5 for the intro. That's an hour and 15 minutes maybe. Yeah, I'm glad you like. This is just sort of... So the way I'm doing this basically is I've got... Let me open it. I don't know if you can see that. Let's open up this. So this is basically what I was starting out with. Just these 4, so it was 4 different pieces. So this is what I was starting with. So basically I've already made a song. I might actually play it in a second, and it's got these sections are a part of it, and essentially the whole point of the album is that each section is going to be its own song, and then at the very end it's going to come together to be one entire piece with, you know, these like little leitmotifs that represent things. And so if you actually listen, I'll play them all maybe in a second, but they all sound pretty similar. So, well, they're in the same area because they were at one point one whole song. So I'll play this part. In fact, you can actually help me pick which one to work on next after I come back from like a 2-minute break. So this is the one that I just worked on. So I'll get rid of that from the options, but we've got 1, 2, and 3. So one is this. That's number 1, number 2. And number 3. So which one do you like the most that I could start working on? Like 3? Okay. Yeah, it's got some cleaning up to do. Everything's not quite quantized, but it's definitely doable. So it's file, save this as I don't know, where are we? Build book. Here we go, and then I'll create a new folder. I don't know if you can see this either, but stream 2 folder. Call this stream 2. There we go. And so I can work on this. It might take, what is it, 12:20 right now. 2-3 minute break. Just do some stuff. My throat's starting to close up on me, but
Be a dog. I got better. Not a better dog, though. I'm a terrible dog now.
hey, someone just followed. How's it going? Forgot that it's what I set up. Bunch of Elder Scrolls jokes. Good. Alright then. Won't be gone long. Let's see if I can sort this out. Get some music, some break music to play for a bit. Oh, I guess I could. That's actually. What am I, stupid? I'll just open up what I was just working on. I'll just put that on repeat while I'm out. Maybe turn it down. It's pretty loud. Oh boy. Okay, there it is. I probably won't be along for the whole song, but just in case, let me turn it down. And I'll see you in like 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. Jesus Christ.
Well, you just had to go, did you?
Wish I hadn't.
Your husband lit out, did he?
Dead. Dead.
Well, you just had to go, did you?
Wish I hadn't.
Your husband lit out, did he?
Dead.
Alright, and I'm back. Let's go back to. Here we are. I didn't actually do anything, but I'll save it just in case. I moved to the loop, but that's fine. Open. Stream 2. Hello, I am back. Now to start off, I think I'm going to. Oops. First, I got to turn your sound back up because I turned you down just for that. That'll do. And I will grab. I think this is it. I'll grab the track that's basically inspiring this entire album that I'm working on. It's a pretty short one. It'll only be that 5 tracks long, whatever. Here we go. Okay, let's stop that and turn it up. I muted it. I'll go volume 50-ish%, and I'll just let it play. It's quite long. I don't know if I'll play the whole thing, but this is where all the little bits have come from. Kind of cuts off randomly. I haven't exactly finished it entirely, but that's the mix that I've currently got. And no, I haven't really thought about vocals at all, because I can't sing, and I don't know anyone who can sing. But yeah, that's sort of the consider that the proof of concept for the entire album. So, yeah, if I knew anyone who could sing, and they wanted to lend me their vocals, hell yeah, but at this point, so, make sure everything's still good. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yeah, it is showing up. Okay, let me move chat. I couldn't see if chat was showing up. Let's move it up a bit so it's more obvious. I mean, yeah, if you know anyone, you can let me know. But, I don't know. Okay, so where were we? So I'm going to start by, oops, quantizing everything so it's a little more. Okay, that's better. So you actually cut this out of a much larger section, but it just repeats anyway, so this is way more efficient. Now the first step is going to be finding an instrument to use. See, for this, I don't know if I want something more solid or more up in the air, more doodle-doo spacey. That's what I'm looking for. I usually want to start for this specific project. I usually use this as my go-to to find some good sounds to play around with. Just because this is a... See, it's annoying that you can't see it, but I'll have to fix that up for the next time. But basically, it's showing me this giant switchboard of parts and keys and stuff that I can press. And now I'm just going to try and find an instrument of choice. I don't like that at all. That's too spacey. If I wanted something, I'd want something more... No, not like that at all. Okay. Maybe just let that calm down. That was too much. Change instruments. There we go. That happens sometimes. I accidentally hold a key for too long and it kills itself. What does this sound like? Let's turn... This was a really... Oh, that's good. Got some funk to it. I need a change... well, if I want to sound like that, then there's actually better places I can get it, so... None of this business. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'd want something more like this. For it to get sort of that deep earthy sound. And I think that's what I want. Because it's usually the way I go about it is I have just a basic track, something that I like, give it a good instrument, make it sound good, and I stack on all this extra flair. Usually I go with drums first, actually. Let's try something. It's too monotone. Sounds like a horn. That's way too deep. This is more like it. Okay, I think for this I won't bother with the melody yet. I'll start with the drums after I play around with the sound. So next, I like to fatten it up with this bad boy. This sort of, again you can't see it, but this will crunch up the sound a bit. So it goes from to, turn it down to maybe something there. And then I will audio effects. This is what I like to upper ceiling. Basically, anytime it clips above 0 dB, it sort of calms it down. It works as like a baseline general compressor that I can then, remove and play around with the sound at the end of mixing if I want that. But it's got some funk to it, you know. So now I'm gonna go, not audio tracks, MIDI tracks. And I'm gonna want to add some drums. Now, I don't have any drum plugins, so what I do is I take any generic kit that I like, and then I just completely botch it up with effects to make it sound completely different. Actually, what was that? Glass kit. I kind of like the sound of that. And I'll show you what I mean by botched up with effects. So if I start here, see some good sounds in here. But if I go here, first I fatten it, something like that. Maybe add some color. Then I'm going to want to mix out that super high sound. That's really clippy. So I'm going to go audio effects. I'm going to go to EQ8. Actually start with just a general kick. And from there I can sort of now I'll get rid of a lot of this. There you go, that's better. Limiter, just to stop it from, because if you see here, red, all these reds in the bottom, that's bad. Add an upper ceiling, way better. And it's sort of very versatile as well, so that could be used in just about anything. But then I take this is a great isotope plugin. This essentially, I'll usually put this before the fattener. This gives me so many options for reverb and compression and all that sort of stuff. So I'll wait for that to load up. And it's just got a very basic layout, but I like to go here and I like to grab something like... Well, that's actually not bad. If I could get this to sort of jump between the two. See how much is it? Because it's got a delay on it, but how much? And from there I want to add a... Christ, I always forget what it's called. Not a flanger. Is it a flanger? Basically I need it to jump... Oh, here it is, auto pan. Where I want it to pan left and right. Something like that. If I slow it down a bit. Now if we listen to it along with this, it's going to be a little harder to hear the kick, but I think masking it with this sort of big crunchy thing helps. Yeah, it's nice, it's very... Now basically I'm just going to listen to this and sort of get a feel for the basics. I'll come with a basic drum line, then I'll go in with the piano painter, piano roll, and then add whatever craziness that that sounds good. So. Okay, that's something I need to do. So if I turn up the volume in here, that should sound good. See, what did I have before? Let's make sure this is looping so I don't lose the flow of things. So. Okay, sort of fit these in nicely. I'm going to want to make sure this loops properly as well. Loop, and then bada bing bada boom, I've got infinite loop. And this is where the fun stuff happens. See, that's nice, so. If I have something like this, maybe. Nope. Both of these are pretty good. A lot of blips and that could be used. I don't know, put on the off. This is good here. Okay, now if I want to add some more interesting sounds, I could grab, excuse me, I could grab another drum kit. That's what I did last time. I don't usually do that, but if I grab another drum kit, I could probably squeeze some extra sounds in there, but that might be a little bit later. The simplicity is nice, but I do want to add some more. This could probably get... No. This is very specific for one of those. Oh, this is interesting. Let's get some punch to the kick. Or to the snare. Yeah, see, I like it as like a bit of an offset thing, but if I wanted to do that, I want to add a little more to it, something like that. There's a lot more flavor to it, because like this, I like what this adds to the kick. Adds some more character to it, you know? else have I got? So I don't use this much, but I might Drop some more hi-hat in here. Trying to figure out, because I kind of like this, but I need more. I'm missing something. What other sounds have we got anyway? Because this last one is... Oh, Jesus Christ. That's too much. Look at this last little blip. Alright, no problems. See you later. I'll see what I can do with this. I'm getting pretty tired too, actually. I've been going 2 hours. I want to try get 3 hours out of a stream, so maybe in about half an hour I'll call it quits. Yeah. I guess I'll catch you later. If we go, we copy this over, we can actually start working on not necessarily a melody, but something on top that I kind of have an idea for. Just these little skips up have some really good potential here, I think. We can, of course I'm going to have to change the instrument. Although I might be able to find a good... Yeah, I'm solo on that. Right, I want to go up as well. MIDI effects, plus 12. If I try plus 24... got more harshness to it, but I think I could turn this into something more harsh and it fits better. I've already got a fattener on it. That would be why the other one sounds so good. Even 24 doesn't seem enough. Let's try 36. If I do this, could I bring everything back by one step? No, that's too far back. The attack on this thing's not up to on par with what I'm looking for. No. I'm really starting to feel that. So that's sort of out of loop territory. Now I just need to figure out how I want to start it. Whether I start like this, or then I need like a something with some pace to it, you know what I mean? Let's make 2 of these bad boys. For a cabas, that's not bad. Let's stick everything in here, get rid of it. What am I thinking of here? Let's try that. Duplicate this. So I can turn this one down. Yeah, so I go bring the loop in like this. Turn this track down. Something like that too, so. I kind of like the idea of doubling this up. Oops. I kind of like the direct hit to this. Okay, this is sort of becoming more kind of like an 80s song almost. You know, with the sort of I mean, the instrument I'm using is pretty synonymous with the 80s, so that makes sense. But nope. Let's give this a listen. Alright then, I think that's... You know, that's pretty good, I'd say. I don't know quite about these two, putting this one here, but... You know, for the time being, it's not bad. If I put it here, it might sound... somewhat like a riser. Do I have a riser sound effect? I might actually have a riser that I can use. Let me find it. No. I do not. Although I've got wind. Which one's the longest? Because I don't want to use the long one. Details, that's 29 seconds. I think this one's like 50 minutes or something. It's like 2 minutes. I'll go wind. And I can turn that into a riser. I've used it before. I've probably used it for a riser before. Let's start. It'll be... Okay. What's the cleanest? I think to start it's pretty good. Maybe less of the whistle, but oops. Something like that. See, let's try. Where's that whistling coming from? There's already a belt in here. Let's turn this into a... Okay, nothing there. Okay, now it's starting to show up. Something like that. And then if we fatten it just a bit. Limit that. Be quieten it down a bit. That's better. See, it's actually with a riser, you just kind of want it to be loud or high pitched, don't you? Okay, transpose it. That's not working out, is it? I'm gonna find a I don't have any sound effects or anything. I could try find one. Yes, no, maybe. Hello? No, I'd be better off grabbing an instrument and trying it. Jesus, okay, let's try this. And I could probably just... What am I playing right now? What is... Oh, I accidentally turned this into a riser. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Okay, whoops. That could have been horrifically damaging to the entire ordeal. Okay, where are we? Here we are. So something like... But obviously it's going to be these two. B and F sharp. Let's try that real quick. Let's do this. Right, B and F sharp, is that these two? Yeah, it is. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. No, that's not gonna work. Is it? Is it? Is it? So how do we start? Let's get rid of that. It's useless. Okay, I've got an idea. And I'm gonna slap this together with some. Let's try to save that real quick. Ba, 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 ba. I'm missing something. Don't know what, but I know I'm missing something. Alright then. I think... what time is it? It didn't quite make 3 hours. But... I think I did a pretty good job. I'm starting to... getting pretty tired. And I'm... listening to this, I can tell something's off, but I can't... Nothing's coming to me. I feel like the creative juices are dried up. The wells are dry. And I'll have to resume this some other time. And by some other time, I mean next week. Same time next week. If I go to my page real quick. I don't have my... I'm not currently memorizing my entire schedule. But, yeah, next week. Same time next week. 5 PM EST. I'll be back with this same piece, probably. Unless I decide to work on it in the weekend. Probably won't have time. And then but I will also be back tomorrow for some games. You ever heard of them? That's right. Actually gonna play some games. I don't know what I'll play. I'll figure that out before then, but it'll be a little earlier, 2 PM. So when I do that, and then so that'll be the next time you see me. I don't have like an outro or anything, so I just sort of, this is it. Let me close up everything. Let's go to, where are we here? Yeah, that'll do. Right, save. Make sure this is all saved. Cool. I'll close that off. Alright then. I'll see if you just want to watch me make music. I'll see you next week. If you want to see me play some games, do other stuff, I'll see you tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. Yeah, let me get the outro music going. And I'll see you guys later. Oops. This was fun though, I enjoyed it. I'll definitely need to get some lozenges so my throat doesn't dry up entirely, but I guess I will see, like I said, I'll see you guys tomorrow or next week, depending on what you want to watch. I realize I don't actually have an end screen, or at least I haven't added one. Hold on. Oh, we're getting into production right here. Where's my folder? Streaming. I've got my offline thing. Didn't make a stream ending page. Bit of an oversight, I'll be honest. Well, I guess this is goodbye then. No outro. Let me write that down so I don't forget it for next time. Oops. Well, bye, I guess. See ya. Oh, but okay, now I'm just making this awkward on purpose. Bye.